Cozy season is ahead, and you'll be spending way more time inside. Is your home ready? Don't worry. With Wayfair, you can upgrade your space without breaking the bank. Score up to 70% off during their Labor Day clearance on furniture, area rugs, mattresses, and more. Plus, surprise flash deals you can't miss. Whether it's one room or the whole house, Wayfair has pieces for every style and budget. Shop Wayfair's Labor Day clearance now through September 7th at wayfair.com.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Hey, I'm running out to drop off a stack of letters and packages. Need anything shipped while I'm gone?
Save the gas. Stamps.com lets you print postage and schedule pickups right from your desk. Sync your contacts into the address book, get detailed accounting insights, and get notified the moment your certified mail is delivered.
All from my desk?
All from your desk.
Join the 4 million businesses using Stamps.com right now with code PODCAST and get your free welcome gift. Stamps.com, code PODCAST. Taxes and fees apply.
Kempire is brought to you by...
Here we go now. 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 What's going on? New York City's in the building. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Kempire channel, your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. Be sure to let me know if you can hear me, see me, all that good stuff. And be sure to like the video. Be sure to share the video. All of those things are very important. I decided to do a special Thursday live because it's been a while. It's been a while. We were live last night, though. Shout out to the Patreon baddies. Shout out to all the Patreon baddies that were there last night. We had a key and we even came up with a theme for my live show. So many of you are asking, what is the dress code? And look, I didn't want to make it. I didn't want to make a dress code just because I didn't want you guys to feel pressure to wear anything that you had to go buy something. So we're going to make it easy in honor of the iconic, the standard Kelli. Okay. So here's the idea. Shout out to those of you that were part of our Patreon little group chat last night. You all are going to take a white t-shirt and style it whatever way you want. Can we all agree? Philippines is in the building. I'd like to come to the Philippines. Want to sponsor me? No, just so in honor of the standard Kelli Farrell, well, former Pharrell, now Potter, t-shirt and jeans. Yes, GC. You can, and those of you that are at home watching the live stream, you also should wear or style up a t-shirt, okay? I want to see you. You guys can come in t-shirts and jeans, but make it fashion. Make it fashionable. Don't come up in there looking like Kelli, okay? Don't come up in there looking like Kelli. But you guys are going to come in and style the t-shirt. Make it flashy. Exactly, Latasha. Put some jewels on. Put on some stylish jeans. Isn't that easy? Isn't that basic? But not basic. You know, you're going to take a basic and then turn it into fashion. Shout out to those of you last night that were asking me what should be the theme. And I was like, I really don't want to give you guys a theme because then you guys will be like, oh, God, here we go. Alma said, I'm leaving Staten Island. Good girl. Where you going, Alma? Where you going? I want to know. Are you going to come to the next live show? I met Alma at my last live show. Alma, you came to more than one live show, right? All right. September is Sickle Cell Awareness Month. RV says, I would have a chrism theme. What does that mean? Goss the Boss says, I've flown in the last 4 live shows. Sad I won't make this one. Have a girl trip planned to NOLA, but we'll be on the live stream. It's already Goss the Boss. Goss the Boss has been to the last 4. Okay. But that is the theme. So you shouldn't feel pressure. You're going to take your best white t-shirt. Maybe you'll get a Tom Ford one, or maybe you'll get one from Hanes. It doesn't matter, but style it up. Add your jewels. Do what you will. You can make it even a dress. Okay. All right. And if you're watching via the live stream and you're participating, I want you all to send me the photos. I want you to tag me. So that will be the theme for Kempire After Dark Live, happening September 25th at the Green Room 42. Don't forget that show also has a live stream option. So no matter where you are in the world, you'll be able to watch as well and keep that live stream for 1 week after the show. Ticket information will be available at KempireAfterDarkLive.com/NYC, or head on over to the description for more details. or you can scan the QR code. So hold on, not that one. There we go. You can scan the QR code and you'll be able to get your live stream ticket or your in-person ticket. There are meet and greets tickets available as well. This week will be 1 month till our show. So go get your tickets today, okay? Okay, Alma says, I'm moving to Michigan. That tarot live that you had genuinely helped me decide if I'm still in New York, I'm coming for my 3rd show. Okay, Alma. Wow, I heard good things about Michigan. People that live in Michigan like it. You lived on Staten Island, so anything's an upgrade. Look, anything's an upgrade. Oh, wait, you're buying a property in Michigan? Good for you, Alma. Guys, tell me your good news. Anytime we have a Hot Topics Live, we talk about the good news. This will be a RHOA Hot Topics Live. Everything RHOA. If you missed it earlier today, I did a video talking about Claudia Jordan, giving us the origin story as to why she can never see it for Portia. And a lot of you had some strong opinions. Mods, if we can post a link in the live chat so people can go and watch. Roger says, not Staten Island catching a stray. I can say it. I was born and raised in Staten Island, unfortunately. Yes, congratulations to Alma. That's amazing. Done It All says, I love Michigan. I live here. I've never been to Michigan. I need to come there and do like a Detroit show, right? I know. Where's Miss Bernice? We haven't seen Miss Bernice in a hot second. Where's Miss Bernice? Bree says, my good news is that I didn't cuss my boss out and I still have a job. That really is good news. I know you're probably being somewhat facetious, but no. One more day of keeping on to that job without cussing out your boss. Just saying, because you need to pay your rent or your mortgage or your bills. All right? Just saying. All right. Guys, there's so much to unpack. K. Michelle has found a new outlet, and it's not Twitter anymore. She's now on TikTok Lives, to the point where even when I'm going through all the lives when I'm on TikTok, just, scrolling, I ran into her live. I was like, I hope she didn't see me come in, because then she probably blocked me. No, she hasn't blocked me anywhere. She unfollowed me. But then she probably would have called me mean again. If you missed it, I did a video about K. Michelle calling me mean. She says, not your mean self being fair. I'm always fair, K. Michelle. Okay? Not you keeping a friend. Oh! Oh, wait, that didn't happen. So we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. Hey, Gail. Gail's watching on Facebook. What's going on, Gail? Just Jules says, my good news is that I am in Dallas for the Indiana versus Dallas WNBA basketball game tonight. Go Fever. Oh, well, go Liberty. Do they have a game this weekend here in New York? Or was that last weekend? I didn't get to see it. Go Liberty. New York through and through. Come on now. How dare you? How dare you? SC says, K. Michelle is so confusing. We're going to talk about it because we got the audio, we got some of the video from her TikTok live that we have to talk about. We got to talk about Kelli. We got to talk about Shamea. We have a lot to talk about when it comes to these women. But I forgot to mention to you guys the ratings. Let me pull up the ratings. I forgot to mention the ratings for Real Housewives of Atlanta because I'm actually kind of surprised. And look, I get it. Bravo will downplay it. Andy Cohen will downplay the ratings and whatnot. However, I do say that the live ratings are still an indication of what's going on. And the live ratings for Real Housewives of Atlanta are not the best. They're not terrible, but they're not that great either. So part 2 of the reunion had a 622,000 viewers, live viewers, which isn't bad, but that's pretty low for them. Let me see, what was the finale? Let me go scroll. Shout out to Ratings Bravo on X. That's where I'm getting my ratings from. Ultimate Girls Trip did fairly well for their first episode, but I think it's because people wanted to see Nene. Their first episode had 485,000 viewers with a 0.09 demo. What was this past week's viewership? Let me see. What was this past week's? Has that come in yet? Oh, yeah. 473,000. That's not bad for episode 2. So people are engaged. Let me see. Let me scroll all the way back. So part 1. Okay, it went up, though. The reunion, first part of the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion had 561,000 viewers, for live viewers. Part 2 had a little bit more, had a little bit over 600,000. The season finale for Real Housewives of Atlanta, I'm just surprised because usually by the reunion, and everyone has been talking about the reunion, I would have thought that it would have went a lot higher. I would have thought they would have been 700, 800,000, maybe even 1 million. And it could be. We're talking about live viewers. We're not talking about, the 3-day total or anything like that. The season finale had 583,000 viewers with a .11 demo for the 18 to 49 demo. Atlanta, I don't know. And I see a lot of people saying that they're not watching. Some people say that they watch on streaming. All of that's possible, but I have to say the viewership is not what it used to be. Definitely not what it used to be. But I get it. We're in the age of streaming. Okay? No, Susan says, can you tell how many watch Monday on Peacock? No. Unfortunately, they do not reveal streaming numbers. They probably really should change that because sometimes I don't know if I believe half of these networks or these streaming platforms when they say this had a record number and da-da-da-da. So I'm like, my trust issues tell me not to trust them. Okay. Angel says, I only watch on Peacock. I watch on both because of work. Okay. Ooh, Lady Rita says, all that hollering and screaming on part 2 may affect part 3's low ratings. We're not trying to hear that noise. It was a lot of confusing back and forth. And how do you guys feel about all the social media behavior though, afterward? There's been a lot of social media behavior, a lot of trying to clarify what was said on the show. I don't need Angela to get on social media and say anything more. I need Angela just to leave it alone. Okay? Let me see. GC says, Kemp, do you think that the viewers are tired of Real Housewives of Atlanta on social media? No, on social media, I feel like they're very much engaged when it comes to Real Housewives of Atlanta. Let me see. Ooh, child. Miss Parker says, like Nene said on Carlos's interview, 5 million to 500,000. How dreadful. Here's the thing. I get it. She was a part of before there was streaming. But Nene's got to keep a little quiet because let's say she does return and the numbers are the same. I think if Nene was to return, the numbers would skyrocket for the first few episodes. But I just do think that we're in a different era. I do think that the magic of some of these reality shows is not going to be there, period. But I wanted to let you guys know about the ratings because we haven't talked about the ratings for Atlanta for the last few weeks. So, I mean, steady, but I haven't seen them really come out of the 500, 600,000 range. And when I see shows, and this is a perfect example, when I see shows like Below Deck or Below Deck Med, almost at 1 million in live viewership. So live viewing is not dead. And I would think, the way that Bravo allegedly treats Real Housewives like the prime crop that's keeping the lights on over there, I don't think that they're the ones keeping the lights on over there. Below Deck has been going strong with those strong live viewer ratings for years. So that whole concept of, people don't watch live TV anymore. They watch it on Peacock. They watch it on streaming. Well, then what's happening with Below Deck? Literally, let me look it up. Shout out to Ratings Bravo again, because they have the Below Deck ratings on here too. I'll tell you what their live ratings were. Damn, look at OC though. Sidebar. I didn't even know OC was on episode 6. Damn. Episode 6, it had a .08 rating. They're going, Vicky, welcome back and goodbye. That's what's going to happen. Episode 6 of RHOC had 508,000. Let's talk about that because at least we see a consistency. RHOC's ratings 508,000 viewers, live viewers. That's terrible. That is terrible. Especially the Valley has higher ratings. The Valley, their reunion episode had 627,000 viewers, live viewers. Damn, Ladies of London, shoot. Ladies of London, their 5th episode had 154,000 live viewers. But think about that. They're not being promoted at all. Some people don't even know that Real Housewives of London is airing on Bravo and then on streaming. Terrible. Look terrible. Who watches the McVie Dynasty? Apparently a bunch of people, because they had 657,000 viewers of their episode 9. Okay. But let me just tell you this. Episode 10 of season 11 for Below Deck Med. 903,000 viewers of live viewers with a 0.19 in the 18 to 49 demo. That is so freaking strong. And that's what advertisers want to see. There's no advertising on streaming. Advertisers want to see these types of strong ratings on live television. That's crazy. 903,000 viewers. I can't wait to see what tonight's episode is going to get for Below Deck Med. Crazy. Right? Foxy said, oh, dang. Yeah. All right. Excommunicado, no. Not a dislocation, just an inflammation on my hand. Look, sorry. I know I'm just falling apart. But it's okay. I'm on the mend. I will get it together for September 25th, okay? All right? Go get your tickets today for the Kempire After Dark live show. All right.
I'm Serena Williams, and I'm healthier on Ro. I've lost 34 pounds in a year with GLP-1s, diet, and exercise. On Ro, you can access GLP-1 options, including the first FDA-approved GLP-1 pill for weight loss. Go to ro.co/journey to see if you qualify. 14 to 20% average weight loss in 1 year in non-diabetics with obesity or overweight with a weight-related medical condition versus 2.2% to 3.1% in placebo arm. RX only. To stay informed about serious side effects, go to ro.co/safety.
Hey guys, it's Joe.
It's Kevin.
And this is Nick Jonas from Hey Jonas.
Do you remember growing up when it felt like every teacher had a favorite student?
Everybody knew who it was. Well, I was homeschooled, so I like to think it was me. A class of 1. Congratulations.
But we're not here to talk about favorite students. We want to talk about a teacher's real favorite.
Kleenex tissues.
According to Teacher List, Kleenex is the #1 facial tissue brand trusted by teachers.
Kleenex Ultra Soft tissues are silky soft to help prevent skin irritation. And now you can take them anywhere with Kleenex Snap and Go.
Between dance, soccer, school events, and everything else kids have going on after school, Kleenex Snap and Go is easy to take along. It fits in backpacks, sports bags, or even in the car, so it's ready for whatever comes next. So do the best thing for your kids, and teachers, stock up on the ultimate classroom favorite. Maybe you'll even become the teacher's favorite parent.
We still haven't settled who would be the favorite in our school. We haven't settled who the favorite brother is either.
For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
Moving on. Let's move on from there and let's talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta. So there's been a lot playing out on social media. We've covered a couple of the stories. Yesterday, we talked about Kandi talking about being called a mean girl, even though that's not what happened. I went on social media and I said, in all fairness, Kandi, I don't think that K. Michelle was talking about you. She was talking about your friends, Rashida and Toya Johnson. K. Michelle then reposted what I said and said, not your mean self being fair. And then she went on to say, like, yeah, I've said this for many, many years, again and again, that it's the same two people. She didn't say the people's names in her tweet, but she reposted mine and said that. Okay? So K. Michelle was on TikTok Live. And has anyone seen her husband? I'm just saying, like, how do you have all this time for all of it? Don't you have a husband, a son? I mean, I think her son's not, he doesn't live with her anymore. But okay, let me play for you some of what K. Michelle said during this TikTok Live, because she said a lot, and she had a lot to say about Shamea. But she's addressing the whole situation with Shamea, the candy-coated clique, what happened at the club. We're going to play this.
So you go out to eat, a couple other people go, and your friend, Shamea, calls me and she says, hey, we're done with the concert. So get this right. We dropped Shamea off at the concert, okay? Why? This is where she says, I asked to go. Y'all, I don't mean no disrespect, but look at me. Think about how I act. I have a blast. People, you just have to know me. Y'all know damn well I ain't asked to go to no Charlie Wilson concert with no candy. But wait.
Pause. Why is Charlie Wilson catching a stray and Candy? But okay.
No disrespect, but for what? Okay? None at all. Oh, let's get on the phone call first, right? So, when her mama leaves and we all leave this club this night, I'm like, I never want to hang with this lady again. Something is wrong, okay? So, I'm staying my distance. She calls me and say, hi, Candy knew that I was saying that or whatever. I said, what, Shamea? Well, I was just saying, I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings because you was upset or you was crying. I was just saying that y'all would get along so much. Y'all would be the best of friends. Y'all talented. You're pretty. She like you. You like her. I'm like, what does this have to do? Why are you being messy, Shamea? What are we even talking about? Yes, this is a pretty woman. Yes, she has success. Me and this lady have never had a problem. We're in the music industry. We've never had a problem in over 10 years. So what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing telling her and telling them, Rashid and them, telling these girls that I want to hang with them?
I need to understand the timeline. When did Shamea have this conversation with her? Was this recent after it was playing out on social media? Or was this back when y'all were at the club? Because that's the thing with a lot of these women, especially because they don't have the best relationship with the truth. I need to know more. I need to understand when did this conversation happen? Did this happen after the social media interviews? Did this happen after she did a recent interview, after Shamea did the Carlos interview? When did this all happen?
Out of all of these years, I done got away from that. You didn't come into my life. And you telling these girls I'm asking to hang with them? You out your fucking mind. You are out of your mind. So I'm telling her, I never said that. I never asked you. I never asked you to go to, I don't even talk about these women. Well, I'm sorry. You know, she always sorry. I'm sorry. I just wanted us to be cool. All to be cool. You wanted us to be cool. I don't have no problem with these women, but I don't want to be their friend either. I got my friends. And the heck and the trauma and the years of therapy, even being shook.
I still want to see who these friends are. I'm just asking. I want to know who these friends are. Oh, there I go being mean. Shut up.
I just wanted us to be cool. All to be cool. You wanted us to be cool. I don't have no problem with these women, but I don't want to be their friend either. I got my friends. And the heck and the trauma and the years of therapy, even being shook up about being in this group, still is a lot to me. It's a lot for me. And you take that to try to hook me up with them without me asking you?
Question for the audience, even if you don't necessarily like Shamea, but I want to play devil's advocate here. Do you think that there was a possibility that Shamea really did want to broker peace between K. Michelle and these other people? Probably because she's going to be working with this woman, and she doesn't want to be uncomfortable hanging out. She wants everyone to kind of hang out and be cool. Is that a possibility? Or do you think that Shamea was really trying to be messy in this situation? I can see her being uncomfortable. Now you're on a show with someone that doesn't get along at all with people that you're close with. And so she doesn't want to be out in these Atlanta streets because, she likes being in the Atlanta streets. She doesn't want to be out with K. Michelle and then it'd be like an awkward situation. I'm just saying. It could be. I'm going to be talking on the fence a lot during this live, just an FYI. It's 444 here in New York City. Make a wish.
Yeah, that's a bit much. That's a bit much. Leave me out of it. Leave me out of it. So by the time I get to the TV show and we being asked questions, that's when I say, I don't want to hear no more about no candy-coated nights.
Okay, so now that's going to help me determine the timeline. So this was during filming, before they did the confessionals and things like that. So whatever conversation that she had with Shamea about being friends with these other women was during filming. Okay. Just trying to look, we're Inspector Gadget over here. We're trying to figure it out. Okay. I got these sunglasses from Mexico City, FYI, for those that are asking.
Candy-coated clicks. That's when that happened, and I said that. There wasn't no disrespect towards Candy. It was just, I'm tired of Shamea talking about this to me. Why is she making it such a big issue? Me and these girls don't have a problem. Shamea, why do you want this problem so bad? Now,
I'm sorry. K. Michelle is saying her and these women do not have a problem. But in her first scene with Portia, didn't she refer to these women as the mean girls? Didn't she start bawling about how these women treated her? So how is that you guys don't have a problem? I just gotta ask the question.
Yesterday, I watched someone tell another woman, this lady is a journalist, supposed to be, which her job, I could have had that job.
Here's the thing. And look, when I covered this story yesterday, and I was talking about Big Tigger's co-hosts, and I said to you, as a journalist, I think she should. K. Michelle, I know you watch the content. Stop stealing my thoughts. But I did say that was for her to be a journalist and to be conducting this interview to misquote what actually happened on the show. She should do a little bit better than that. But the way that K. Michelle goes in on her and then try to, almost as if she's trying to confirm, like, oh, I heard that you actually are the side piece. She's already suing Big Tigger's estranged wife for making those accusations online.
This lady's a journalist, so she say. I'm going to call her cheap labor writer. And she asks another young woman. Well, she tells her, K. Michelle said. Girl, if you don't get somewhere and finish your breakfast and read a book. K. Michelle said. What K. Michelle say? What she said? K. Michelle say that you a mean girl. Now, when did I say that, bitch? When? When did I say that?
Why she got to be the B word, though? Why she got to be the B word? Calm down, K. Michelle. Now you're giving mean girl. She made a mistake.
I say that. Go read something.
I just find it so funny with K. Michelle because, during the season when she was talking about Drew, and Drew would say, you need to, stand up for yourself. You need to articulate. You need to, speak your piece. And she's like, I was accepted into how many different law schools. I graduated, blah, 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 blah. And you couldn't tell. Go read some. And then the way she tweets, you're like, oh, but wait, Kempire, you're going to be called mean. Stop.
Sick of it. Sick of it. Sick of it. So the other person responds back, oh, we've seen her. And and she's a mean girl. First place, I'm about to be stunning you. Think you're a great writer, great artist. We do shows together, you and Scapegoat, I go, and vice versa. And we sing those songs. Really don't have a problem with you. Really even respect your business. But you was...
I found her response to the whole Candy of it all, like she's treading lightly. And I wonder why she's treading lightly. Is she treading lightly because she knows Candy's very popular in the Bravo universe? Is she treading lightly because she knows Candy's very popular in Atlanta? Is she treading lightly because she knows that Candy is favored by the network? I have to say her approach, the way she approaches certain people is very different. The way she approaches men is very different. The way she approaches Drew is very different. The way she approaches Phaedra now, I think she came in thinking she was going to have a problem with Phaedra, but then she realized that Phaedra is a network darling. And hence why some people are accusing K. Michelle of now switching teams and being in favor of Portia. She talks about that during this live as well. Okay, look what Jamara says. Jamara says, I'm from Atlanta. Candy run Atlanta. I mean, she's born and raised in there. She has a lot of connections there. So maybe that's why she's treading lightly with Candy. A little bit. Look, a little bit. Hold on.
And and she's a mean girl. First place. I'm about to be stunning you. Think you're a great writer, great artist. You do shows together, you and Scapegoat, I go, and vice versa. And we sing those songs. Really don't have a problem with you. Really even respect your business. But you were so quick. Soon as she told you, Kay said this about you. You didn't even give me the benefit of the doubt. You wanted to say something about me crazy. Because you said it too quick. But that's okay. I still respect you. I'm still a woman.
Okay, I have to talk about this because this just showed up and I have not stopped touching it since. Do you see this? This is Lola blankets, and this is genuinely one of the softest things I own. Look at this. Oh my gosh. I was just showing this to my friend and she was like, oh my God, this is so soft. You know I'm a blanket person. Winding down usually means something on in the background and something soft around me. And this one is a different tier. It's ultra soft, luxury faux fur, and it's got this stretch to it, like 4-way stretch. So it's not stiff. It actually moves and drapes the way that you want a blanket to. It instantly makes wherever it sits look more put together. I basically claimed it for the couch already. Look at this. You know, I just moved, so this is perfect. And it's not just a pretty piece. It's machine washable. It's double hemmed, so it actually holds up. No piling, no shedding, even after washing it. It's not precious. You can actually live in it. They've got over 20,000 5-star reviews. And honestly, once you feel this thing, you get why they call it the world's #1 blanket. This is officially replacing a few blankets I already own. For a limited time, my listeners and viewers, that's you, can get 40% off select Lola blanket products with code KEMPIRE at checkout. Head to lolablankets.com and use code KEMPIRE for 40% off your order. 40%. Again, lolablankets.com, code KEMPIRE, 40% off. And after you check out, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Let them know we sent you. That actually supports the show. Wrap yourself in luxury. This is Lola Blankets. Okay, real talk, my fitness pal moment. Because this week has been a lot, I moved. So my kitchen's in boxes and I'm basically eating like a raccoon. And then to really round things out, I also had a colonoscopy this week. Yes, living the glamorous life over here. But listen, jokes aside, if you're at the age where you should be getting screened, go do it. The prep is the worst part, and even that's honestly not that bad. Early detection saves lives, and an afternoon of being a little dramatic on the couch is worth it. Trust me. Now, here's what nobody warned you about. Between the prep and easing back in, your whole diet gets turned upside down. My routine was gone, and the one thing that kept me from completely losing it was logging everything in MyFitnessPal. Even when my meals looked nothing like normal, I could still see it, stay on top of my protein, and get back on track faster. Because, as I keep telling you, your nutrition is the foundation that everything runs on. Your energy, your recovery, all of it. Go to podcast.myfitnesspal.com, use code KEMPIRE, all uppercase, for 15% off MyFitnessPal Premium. And don't forget, that is only $68 for the year, $5.66 for the month, and 19 cents a day. Go to podcast.myfitnesspal.com and use my code KEMPIRE, all uppercase, for 15% off MyFitnessPal Premium. More information on MyFitnessPal Premium and your discount will be available in the description. Thank you, MyFitnessPal. Shout out to MyFitnessPal. You guys were really reacting to that Lola blanket. Again, it really is super soft. And even has a good weight to it too. So if you like a weighted blanket, it's not as heavy as a weighted blanket, but if you want a blanket that has a little weight to it, this does too. All right, I'm not gonna have this here during our live, but welcome back to our special Thursday live. We're talking everything Real Housewives of Atlanta. We were just watching a clip from a TikTok live that K. Michelle had last night. She's found a new place to unleash some of her thoughts and feelings. I'm sure this will be something Andy will love, All right, let's move on to some more clips from this live. So in regards to the colorism of it all. So you remember Shamea was asked about whether or not she felt like colorism played a part. And it's important to say that because it's not that Shamea said, oh, I definitely think that colorism is at play. She was asked whether or not it was at play, and she said she could see it. However, K. Michelle disagrees with her.
Do you understand how many women every day go through jobs where they are being called, it's a colorist situation for them? And for you to play that card, that's a deadly card. Like, when I went through my abuse, when I saw women would play with abuse, I didn't like that because it was women like me really going through abuse and no one believed us. Once you get messy and you've got everyone mad at you and you can't keep up your lie, then it's colorist. No. So just go and get ready for whatever big old dramatic story or lie you're going to tell. But I don't want no parts of it. No parts of it one bit. You hear me? Because you are dangerous. It's one thing to be funny, evil, and mean, but the plotting, the manipulation, the things you do, all that stuff you did to get under Portia's skin, all that stuff you was doing to get under mine.
Pause. All those stuff you were doing to get under Portia's skin? Look, and I know you're all going to say, Kempire, is she a liar? One minute you think she's a liar, next minute you believe her. I said this the other day. I believe that all of these people lie on some level. However, I also think that there is a level of truth. But it now makes me wonder, like, wait, is there truth to Shamea doing things to get under Portia's skin? Because remember, that's what people have been saying Portia has been doing to Shamea. Shamea is addressing, you can see it here, but we'll address the clip in just a second. The actual Instagram story that Shamea posted. There's a lot of Real Housewives of Atlanta news. You're welcome, Bravo, for the free promotion for the final part of the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion that's happening this Sunday. Okay? Let me continue this clip. So this is K. Michelle addressing this on TikTok Live, that she feels as if Shamea using the colorism card is dangerous. I will say this. If there is no colorism, if she really feels like there is no colorism, Shamea, then it is a dangerous card to play because we've seen what that has done to Potomac. And I definitely believe that there is colorism over there in Potomac. But we see what that has done to the fan base, what it's done to the show, especially because it wasn't addressed properly.
I see it. I'm from Memphis. How long you thought you were going to get away doing that? I'm from the street. How long? I'm comfortable now. I'm comfortable now. And I see it for what it is. I come in peace, and I'm going to do my job, all of the many jobs I have.
So K. Michelle is now saying, because you remember at the beginning of the season when everyone was saying like, oh my gosh, we were so excited about K. Michelle. Why is she acting like she's new to reality television? Now she's saying that she is comfortable. Now she's saying she's comfortable. So I want to see what K. Michelle will show up in season 18, because you know she's going to come back.
But I want no parts of you. And yeah, I said it. Got proof. Not no shouting out on a reunion couch. I got real proof. So you keep playing with me. See you later. See you later. See you later. See you later. Girl, hang it up. Ain't nobody Portia lapdog. Me and Portia fight with each other all day. Who else lapdog you want to be? Y'all been saying lapdog. Ain't y'all been saying this for like 3 years? It don't even sound right. Bitch, I'm me. Been her. Gonna fight with everybody. If I feel like it, gonna love on everybody if I feel like it. You got to ship that one on out somewhere, because that don't even sit well with me, baby. Okay.
So K. Michelle does address being called Portia's lapdog, because I've seen plenty of fans say, oh, she chose the right team now. She's now Portia's lapdog. She's now choosing Portia because she sees how the fans have been reacting to her. I will say this. There is a portion of me that definitely believes that K. Michelle is shifting her alliance because she's seen the backlash that she's received by being on Shamea's side. And we could tell just based off of her social media behavior that she's clearly reading the comments and clearly watching our reviews to the point where she's like, not your mean self being fair. So that says to me that she's been watching. Keep watching, K. Michelle. Keep watching. So she's saying that she is not Portia's lapdog. But let's address what Shamea posted on her social media, on her IG story. So Shamea posted these words on her Instagram story. Okay, she says, if people are ganging up against one person, believe the one person. That one person is probably a huge threat and carries a spirit of truth. I'm sorry, Shamea. Look, I've been trying to have your back. I've been trying to have your back during this live. But Shamea, just because someone says it on social media doesn't mean that it's truly wise words or facts. Because said no one ever. Mr. Melamagic says, here we go. If people are ganging up against one person, believe the one person. That one person is probably a huge threat. Shamea, you're not a huge threat. You're not a huge threat and carries a spirit of truth. I thought that Shamea was actually more of an honest person before she came on the show. I thought she was more of a loyal, honest person before she did this show. Since she's been a full-time housewife, I've seen cracks in that foundation. So Shamea, this doesn't land. You are not the spirit of truth, because last reunion and this reunion, we've discovered just a lot of untruths from you. I'm being real kind right now. Untruths. Oh, I just don't understand. If people are ganging up against one person, believe the one person. That one person is probably a huge threat and carries a spirit of truth. Do you think that Shamea is a huge threat to this cast? I don't think that she's a huge threat. And carries a spirit of truth. I know she thought that she was going to slay with this when she reposted it. Elle says, why is K. Michelle unloading the barrel now? I don't know. I look at K. Michelle and Shamea with the side eye, with all the social media behavior. Speaking of social media behavior, I'm giving the side eye. Kelli is calling out, I'm going to put fan in quotes because this cannot be a fan. Kelli reposts a message that she received, Kelly Potter from Real Housewives of Atlanta. And she says, I typically don't engage, but some of y'all need to go touch some damn grass or tree. She says, hashtag weirdos, hashtag it's a show. And then she says, seek Jesus at the bottom of this. As you can see, let me zoom on in. Look, it's real small. I'm on my laptop, y'all, so calm down. So the person says, I can't say the word, unalive yourself. You lying, short me crunch. What in the short me crutch? See you next Tuesday. Stop effing married men. And this is Portia's account. I'm playing. But I mean, just the first line of this, I'm like, what is wrong with people? And this is why when I say to some of you that get so passionate about an edited show, I say there's a thin line between being passionate about a show and then having a good key and being like, she's wrong for that, to the point that you're sending DMs to these people and wishing that they unalive themselves. So the person, the weirdo, continues and says, pay what you owe, you effing nuisance. Stay out Portia's pee. She look a million times better than you. You malodorous? What, malodorous? I've never seen that word before. Malodorous mutt. You homeless? Oh, not SLUT. Wow. This person says, I hope you die. That's what they said. Here's the thing. I don't think people realize when you write stuff like this, it's only creating negative energy for yourself. Whoever sent this. The person then says, you homeless SLUT. I hope your ex do not even care if the children eat. Says a lot about you. You the standard, but can't pay your bills. Homeless and begging for a free lawyer while being rude. I hope your syphilis infected face rots off the makeup you need. Like, what is going? First of all, Natasha, this sounds like a lot. What is wrong with people? What is wrong with people? And I'm glad she reposted it and she reposted it without the blocked out things. Like, this is weird. Sidebar, speaking of Kelli, did you guys see that Gary, the man that won the default judgment against her, he's seeking to garnish her wages. Did someone say that Angela, was that Taria? I think Taria said this to me. That now if Angela puts a discount code for her fans, it should be hashtag garnishment. I'm sorry. Not garnishment. Because apparently, not only is Gary seeking to garnish her wages at Real Housewives of Atlanta, now some of her unpaid employees are considering it as well. Well, all right. That's if she comes back. I did see that Kelli was playing a game with Candy, and they won the game. I forgot the name of the game. So and they were outside having a good old time after winning, and you're like, "Girl, you need to come back to the show. You need to come back to the show." Candy does not need to come back to the show, and it's not because Candy would be boring. It's not because Candy wasn't a good housewife. Candy has elevated. She had been elevated. She should have left a long time ago. I've been saying that. Stop asking Candy to come back, including you, Bravo. Because remember, Candy said on her Speak On It that they've asked her to come back. I'm sure they did. They wanted to probably talk about her divorce. And apparently they were going to talk about it on Next Gen NYC. Sidebar, did you see what Riley had to say? That after Ariana was on Watch What Happens Live and talked about their rift, her number got leaked. And that's when she was getting the racist text messages and things like that. I still stand by when it comes to the Riley and how she's being edited this season. Again, I haven't watched the show. I've only seen clips. I still stand by. The girl's 20-something years old. The girl is, she's not a girl, young woman is, what were you doing in your 20s? I mean, I wasn't getting drunk, but a lot of y'all were. Look, a lot of y'all were. So I don't know. Riley, go to law school. Focus on law school. Let me say thank you before we get into some more Real Housewives of Atlanta stuff. Guys, you're just joining us. Don't forget to like today's video. It's an easy, free way of supporting not just my channel, but other channels as well. Should I drop the call-in link? Do you guys want to weigh in on the K. Michelle and Shamea of it all? Or any of the Real Housewives of Atlanta stuff, including Claudia Jordan giving us the origin story of why she doesn't like Portia? Should I drop the call-in link? You guys let me know. I need to see a resounding yes, 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 and heart emojis and crowns and elephants. Let me say thank you for the super chats. Jacob, thank you for the super chat. Jacob says, I bet next season Shamea brings one of K. Michelle's ops to an event and it will all pop off and Shamea will avoid all accountability. But do you think that's what she should do? She ain't got no friends on this cast anymore besides Kelli. And I feel like Kelli really, this whole best friend, y'all just met each other. Y'all not best friends. I even saw, I'll play the clip for you since we're talking about Kelli. Kelli was talking, she was on V103. They're getting all the housewives on V103 this week. She was asked about, what went down at that meeting with Shamea, K. Michelle, and her. She really did not want to address it. We'll play it after I read these super chats. FKA Figs, thank you for being a member for 29 months. Tired of this saga. Most of this is in K's head. Oh, that's the thing. We have to remember, Kay doesn't have the best credibility either. Jess, thank you for the super chat. Jess says, Kay is a testament to how therapy will never work when you're unwilling to admit that you too are the problem. People like that can be dangerous. I mean, that's narcissism. That is straight up narcissism. I always mess up your name. Taya for sure. Thank you for the super chat. Says, Puddin', Hobbit, and Crimea can go. I'd rather have a Marlo back. She can take all the places as a friend and show what the standard is. Colorism what? This is not Potomac. Well, damn. All right. And if you're a part of the replay crew, I want to know your thoughts. Do you believe that it's colorism that's happening on this show? Jacob, thank you for another super chat. Jacob says, so everyone is lying on Shamea? How can 5 people have the same experience with the same person and then claim everyone is lying on them? Get the F out of here. That's what Jacob said. I didn't say that. Jacob, thank you for, I got to shimmy Jacob because at this particular point, thank you for the super chat. Jacob says she posted that to get sympathy for next season and watch her claim one of the other ladies sent this by a burner account. In regards to Kelli, you think? I don't think so. I don't think she posted that to get sympathy. I do believe that because I've seen what some of y'all say in the comment section. So not y'all, but you know what I'm saying.
Hey guys, it's Joe.
It's Kevin.
And this is Nick Jonas from Hey Jonas.
Do you remember growing up when it felt like every teacher had a favorite student?
Everybody knew who it was. Well, I was homeschooled, so I like to think it was me. A class of 1. Congratulations.
But we're not here to talk about favorite students. We want to talk about a teacher's real favorite.
Kleenex tissues.
According to Teacher List, Kleenex is the #1 facial tissue brand trusted by teachers.
Kleenex Ultra Soft tissues are silky soft to help prevent skin irritation. And now you can take them anywhere with Kleenex Snap and Go.
Between dance, soccer, school events, and everything else kids have going on after school, Kleenex Snap and Go is easy to take along. It fits in backpacks, sports bags, or even in the car, so it's ready for whatever comes next. So do the best thing for your kids, and teachers, stock up on the ultimate classroom favorite. Maybe you'll even become the teacher's favorite parent.
We still haven't settled who would be the favorite in our school.
We haven't settled who the favorite brother is either.
For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
FKA Figs, thank you for another super chat, says, spirit of truth, but caught every episode carrying hollow bones. And when confronted saying, dang, I forgot. I thought she said that. Girl, bye. She's talking about Shamea. Yeah, I mean, points have been made. Let me play for you guys the clip where Kelli addresses the day she went out with K. Michelle and Shamea. She's friends with both of them, so she really does not want to be caught in the middle. But you're in the middle, girl, because like, what happened? What happened that day when y'all all went out? What do you guys think happened? You don't get me reenacting. Hold on.
Shell try to get up and fight Shamea. Well, somebody on this cast actually tried to fight me. What you mean? Like, neck if you bug. No, physically? Yeah.
Michelle painted the picture as if this was a mock cross-examination that Shamea was doing at the dinner. So what happened at the dinner? Kelli, you were there. Was I there? And then she drinks her coffee, y'all. Yes, you were there, Kelli.
How's your morning going? You having a good morning?
I'm having a great morning.
Awesome, me too.
Did K. Michelle try to get up and fight Shamea? Okay.
So she's moving, she's playing with her hair during this interview.
This coffee's so hot.
Okay. She said, no comment. So you're not going to tell us nothing about what happened. That's fine. That's okay. That's all right. But I asked her why she didn't say anything while she was sitting in between Shamea and how come you didn't say anything?
Because what I was explaining to you is, even though we met for dinner and they had this whole situation, it wasn't about me. It had nothing to do with me. Mm-hmm. I just so happened to be there, right? And I want to give both of these ladies, I love them both, and shout out to my bestie, Shamea. Love her dearly. I want them to be able to take the time to figure.
I really feel like Shamea said to Kelli, you have to be loyal to me. Because that's what it's giving. It's giving loyalty and not that you really stand by what Shamea has said or done. That's what it's giving.
Figure it out on their own without me, right? And then if I need to come in and say whatever it is I need to say, or, speak on what I witnessed and speak on, where maybe somebody lacked and went wrong, I'll do that. But they can make up today or tomorrow, and then I'm going to be left in the middle of it, right? And that's not where I want our friend group to be, right? I think we are both successful ladies. Shout out to Kay and, Jesus and Whiskey, and shout out to my bestie for working on her new album and all the amazing things. These are both amazing women. Do things go too far? Absolutely. But I want to give them the room and the space to make up, right? And I don't want to interject in that. So shout out to them. I love them both. And let's just see.
But what happened? Did it happen? Here's the thing, y'all. Remember I told you two things can be true. I said that K. Michelle can be dishonest, but there can be some truth. I said Shamea can be dishonest, but there can be some truth. I told you when it comes to someone trying to fight Shamea, I said, I do believe that K. Michelle did this because we've seen how K. Michelle, puffed up her chest towards Drew. There's more to the TikTok live because it feels like in the TikTok live that K. Michelle actually admits to doing exactly what Shamea said she did during this meeting. So this is why I am not team anyone, because everybody's getting caught out there in their own version of the truth. Okay, but this is a longer one. I'm going to try and fast forward this clip up. Guys, I'm going to try and fast forward this clip up because this is a pretty long one. So if it sounds a little weird, that's because I'm gonna make it a little fast. Okay? Hold on. Let me see if I can make it a little fast. Speed. Here we go. Let's do 1.5. It's going to sound funny.
But I don't play the little girl games. I'm grown.
Hold on, y'all.
I don't do that. So to have a whole picture painted of, I'm crazy. Yes, I am crazy. But I think every lady around me and a lot of people that know me for years know my heart and know who I am. So I kept on trying to understand, why is she doing this? Why is she doing this? Y'all, listen. This the same girl. When we first started to be friends, take it. I didn't call nobody to come be my friend to film with me. I didn't call her. She called me. She was chasing up after me. Oh, she had to be my friend. I was new on the show. So she was chasing up after me. So I just had to start backing off because I started to see some things. And I didn't come bash her to y'all. I did not.
Do you think that Shamea was trying to form the alliance that she admitted to trying to form with Portia last season? And she knew that K. Michelle would be a heavy hitter on the show? Clearly.
I dealt with it the whole season. And even at the reunion, I'm still taking up for her. I got tears in my eyes. Y'all know I be crying when I be mad. I think I be crying when I be hurt. Sometimes I cry when I'm mad. That happens a lot. But it just has to stop right now because I'm not going to be your storyline. You're going to have to beg Portia again. And I don't know what she's going to do. But I'm not going to do it. I'm not doing the back and forth with you, ma'am. So to sit up here for 2 days and watch your little manipulation unfold, that's crazy to me. You really are dangerous. You really are. You are dangerous. So we get to a table. Shay want to meet before the reunion, okay? We sitting there at the table. It's like she's trying to figure out what I'm going to say at the reunion. So I'm basically telling her I'm going to say what I want to say. oh, my mama got there at 2, or got there at 1. And I said, girl, I don't care what time your mom got there. She should.
I will say this. Every time Shamea tries to defend the whole mama in the club situation, none of what she's bringing up, to me, it's semantics. I don't care what your mama was wearing. I don't care what time your mama got there or left the club. What happened during that time? That's why I kind of look at Shamea with the side. I'm like, but Shamea, that's not denying what happened in the club. And you know, if you missed Real Housewives of Atlanta's recap on Monday, I'm not going to reenact it now, but I did a reenactment. I should pull a clip and post the clip. I did reenact what I believe happened in the club when they FaceTime Papa Morton. Okay?
Not have been there talking about a child, and she shouldn't have been there begging me to be your friend. You got Jesus. You don't need me to be your friend. So, and if I'm your friend, if I say I'm your friend until I'm not. I'm loyal until I'm not. So, to have all this going on and leading up into the reunion, pay attention because y'all like to get a little biased. Am I saying a word? Nope, I'm not saying a word. Still. She's steady doing interviews. Trying to change the narrative, saying stuff like, go watch him. I can't make it up. Saying, Kimberly, it's okay to be friends with everybody. Or saying, you don't have to jump teams. Let me tell you, that baby girl's manipulative. And it got to be a bigger, health issue, you know? It got to be a health issue. Because, honey.
What's the health issue? What's the health issue? What is she trying to say about Shamea?
What are you going through for all of this? Right? So, think about this, y'all. You out here telling these people I ain't got to jump ship and all of that. When you know why I don't mess with you. And I ain't been disrespectful to you. I just stopped talking to you. But you steady poking. You steady poking. Poking and poking at me. One of our other dear friends said, all you do is poke, you know? Poking and poking.
What other dear friend?
Where my little thing at? I want to get my little screw head in. But poking and poking. And I'm trying my best just to be, you know what I'm saying? Just to be quiet. Because anything I do, y'all gonna say, oh, okay, crazy. But everything I do, everything I say, it always comes true. It might not come true today. It might not come true in a year. It always comes true. And my husband always remains. Okay, long as y'all...
So is the plot, are we ever going to get to the plot?
All right, good. Long as you come the right way. We ain't worried about nothing else. So, we at the table. I'm sure this is what y'all want to know. See if I got a little... I ain't got no more for the juice. Hold on. So, we at the table before the reunion. This girl trying to tell me what to say. Who are you talking to? Like she trying to coerce or say, just see what I'm going to say for the reunion. Baby, you're not going to tell me what to say in no reunion. You're not going to tell me what to say nowhere. Who are you, bitch? Who are you dealing with? I'm K. Michelle. You ain't going to tell me nothing. Girl. Don't let this change. I've changed. You better go Google. You better go hit play on the DVD player. And remember, because she's still tucked in there. So as I'm listening to her say stuff, I say, I know what you told me. And she like, no. I said, no, I know what you told me. And I had 1 cup of Jack Daniels, so I knew I was mad. So she said, I was like this. Man, I hopped up. I was like this. You're a little lying something like you.
Y'all hear her? Before, she said she just slammed her hands on the table. Remember she said that? Now she's saying on TikTok Live something else. Not us getting to the bottom of the investigation yet again.
No, I said, no, I know what you told me. And I had 1 cup of Jack Daniels, so I knew I was mad. So she said, I was like this. Man, I hopped up. I was like this. You're a little lying something. Like you'll do anything to people. You make up stuff. You forget what you said. You apologize real quick after you done the damage and forget what you said.
K. Michelle, I think you might have forgotten what you said. Just saying.
Her riding so hard for you. Ain't nobody gonna mess with you, Shamea. Nobody.
I just realized we're streaming on X. Hey, K. Michelle. Everyone say hey to K. Michelle. Hey, K. Michelle. Thanks for watching.
But what do? Soon as I wouldn't say what you wanted me to say, or you got scared because, honey, I can vindicate some things. But see, I don't want to have to do that. But I'm gonna tell you one thing. If you keep playing with me, I got a person I need to act. And see, and unlike them, they've known you for years and years and they want to save you. Honey, it ain't even been a whole year. And I done seen who you are. I ain't no snitch, but don't push me. All right? So when
She makes a lot of threats about knowing information. I need you just to drop the information.
I stop talking to you, it's never because I'm being petty. I leave you alone, let you go on your way. If I stop talking to you, it probably something. It really is.
There's still more to this, y'all. But before we get into it, guys, if you're just joining us, this is a special Real Housewives of Atlanta Hot Topics live here on this Thursday. Be sure to like today's video. It's an easy, free way of supporting not just my channel, but other channels as well. Today's brought to you by our friends over at Baskin Lather.
You know what's wild? For years, I watched people in my life try to force their hair into routines that were never built for them. Using the same products, the same just do this advice you see everywhere, and wondering why nothing worked. Turns out one size fits all almost never fits textured hair. It's not about trying harder. It's about using what's actually formulated for your texture. That's why I've been paying attention to Baskin Lather. As you already know, you can take a look at my beard. Their stimulating scalp and hair balm is made for curly and kinky hair specifically. 100% natural ingredients that actually penetrate the strand instead of just sitting on top and clogging things up. No petroleum, no lanolin, none of that heavy, greasy buildup. Give it about 3 months of consistent use and people are seeing real changes in breakage and shine. You all have been telling me this in the comment section. And their hydrating hair mist, aloe vera avocado oil, is perfect if you're rocking locks, twists, or braids and need something to fight frizz and dryness without messing up your style. What gets me the most, though, is the story behind it. Baskin Lather is Black-owned, family-operated. It started because CEO Shayna's little sister was misdiagnosed by a dermatologist who told her her hair might never grow back. Instead of accepting that, Shayna and her mom went and formulated their own scalp and hair oil. Today, her sister's hair is down to her hips. That's the kind of energy behind every product that they make. Explore viral bestsellers and products for healthier hair of all types at BaskinLatherCO.com. That's BaskinLatherCO.com. Use code KEMPIRE for 20% off. Thanks to Baskin Lather for sponsoring today's live. More information on Baskin Lather will be available in the description.
And we're back. Shout out to everyone in the chat. We appreciate you guys being here for a special live. We have over 1,400 of you watching on multiple platforms. So shout out to everyone watching on YouTube, X, hey, K Michelle. Those of you watching on Twitch as well. Apparently we sound and look even better on Twitch, so make sure you're following us on Twitch, guys. Let's get into the rest of this, and then we're going to take some quick calls. I did drop the call-in link on our YouTube post tab. So if you're a member of the channel, I've already dropped the call link for the members that want to call in and share some quick thoughts on some of this Real Housewives of Atlanta related news. And live chat mods, can you let me know how many likes we've gotten already? And I'll drop the call link once we get to a certain amount of likes on YouTube. All right, let me continue the K Michelle TikTok live that she had.
It's probably something. To even sit on a radio station and act like you was, I was in a physical attack. Really, Karen? Me hopping up.
She never said that she was physically attacked. Shamea said that you tried to fight her. And based on what you described, it sounds like you did actually more than you said during the reunion.
Slapping the table doing this, saying you a liar and you need to get it together. No, I'm cool. And that's one thing I am. And I take a lot, she crazy. But you can't be a mean girl. Definitely I can't be a mean girl the way I was bullied through this city about abuse.
Live chat, do you think K Michelle is a mean girl? I'll wait. Live chat, do you guys think that K Michelle is a mean girl? I do. I definitely think that K Michelle is a mean girl. I definitely think that K Michelle is a mean girl. It's starting to get dark in here. Oh yeah, put that there. I definitely think she's a mean girl. Or GC says yes. Angel says yes. Acacia says yes. Cynthia says absolutely. Carolina says yes at times. Not a girl's girl. Yep, I'm seeing a lot of yeses. I don't see one no. And don't, Roger, come in here with a no. Kendra says yes. Okay. Two Foxy says, Kempire, you're not mean. I don't think I'm mean either, but wait till September 25th for my live show. Wait for September 25th. September 25th, our live show here in New York City. Go get your tickets if you're in New York City or will be in New York City. Tammy says 50-50. Really? Call in, Tammy. I want you to explain that 50-50. Okay? You're entitled to your opinion. This is a safe space to share your thoughts. I'm not done. She was still talking, y'all. Okay, Michelle.
People tell people not to do my hair, laughing at me like the scarlet letter was on my back when I was in Atlanta. Yeah, so we're going to stop that. I don't take no mess, but I love people. We'll give people any and everything. So I learned my lesson. I came in looking for friends. I thought I had a friend. I started to see some things that were triggering and unhealthy for me. I didn't want to do it. And I watched my friend get on TV and try to set it up for y'all as if I jumped ship because I didn't want to be a friend no more. I hadn't talked about it or nothing. And I watched all of that. And now I want to know something. Somebody said something. No, what the fuck did nobody say nothing? You just need somebody to say something so you can have something to say. Don't be a lame like that. I would not want to be that type of lame at all. So, night. Ain't you from Memphis? Uh-huh.
How long was she on live?
New Orleans, uh-huh. I will be in New Orleans. What you said? I would like to answer. Why didn't you clear up the fight on the show? Because it wasn't a fight. We said everything that happened. Me and her got into it when we were done filming. Yeah, that didn't happen during the show. We got into our verbal altercation after we were done filming. And that's why I'm here to clear it up. Yeah, that happened after.
Okay, I don't think you cleared it up, though.
And that was just a bunch of yelling. And I feel like that was the first time she was like, oh, that's the Michelle. Yeah, she's still down in there. I've been giving you grace, Lord. I've been giving you grace. Hallelujah. I done gave you grace.
But again, for clarification, Shamea says that you tried to fight her. She didn't say that you actually made contact.
I'm not giving you nothing. Don't exist to me. That's a wrap, because you do some low down stuff. I'm really pissed. You just sat here and started all that stuff with me and that girl. And probably them other girls, too. You got me once. You won't ever get me again, though. You got me once. You'll
K. Michelle is a Pisces, like Tamar Braxton.
never get me again. And keep going. Because the one person in your life that you don't want to know something, I got proof. Not no shouting out on a reunion couch. I got real proof. So you keep playing with me. See you later. See you later. See you later. See you later. Girl, hang it up. Ain't nobody Portia lap dog. Me and Portia fight with each other all day. Who else lap dog's gonna be? Y'all been saying lap dog. Ain't y'all been saying this for like 3 years? It don't even sound right. Bitch, I'm me. Been her. Gonna fight with everybody. If I feel like it, gonna love on everybody if I feel like it. You got to ship that one on out somewhere, because that don't even sit well with me, baby. Okay? Love you, baby. That don't sound like me at all. All right. Bye, y'all. It's been nice doing business with you. Oh, thank you for me.
K. Michelle. All right. So that's what K. Michelle had to say in regards to her beef with Shamea, whether or not she's a lapdog to Portia. I told you what Kelli just posted today in regards to a, quote, fan being very disgusting in her DMs. Reminder, like, this is just a show, y'all. You don't know these people, and you're watching an edited version of that. Gary is seeking to garnish Kelli's RHOA check, and now apparently so is some of her former employees. And Shamea says that she has the spirit of truth. Okay? She says she has the spirit of truth. She says if people are ganging up against one person, believe the one person. That one person is probably a huge threat and carries a spirit of truth. Lord, not the spirit of truth. Why can't you just have the truth? Why is it the spirit of truth? Suspicious. All right. Mods, can you let me know how many likes we have so far for our special Real Housewives of Atlanta breaking news live that we have? Members, I did drop the call-in link on the community tab, and I see we have a couple of members backstage. I want to share their thoughts on some of the hot topics. You can also share your thoughts on the Claudia Jordan video that I posted earlier today, or the video I posted yesterday where K. Michelle said that I'm mean. It ain't about me. It ain't about me. All right. Let me bring up a lead first. Hold on. Oh, wait. Before I bring up a lead, reminder, guys, the opinions of the callers do not represent the opinions of myself, the KEMPIRE LLC, or our sponsors, okay? Everything that they say is alleged. Let's get to 500 likes. Thanks, Ms. Parker. Let's get to 500 likes on YouTube, and I will drop the call link for YouTube, the general public on YouTube. Let's bring up Lee first. Lee, what did you want to share?
Hey, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing good. I just called to say that I'm really not feeling all the social media activity across the board with everybody.
Yeah.
And I really do think that it just shows like the lack of production, because why didn't they ask these type of questions in the confessionals, or why didn't they put together a cohesive show where they don't have to go on social media and try to clarify something? It's just a little too much for like a viewer to keep up with, because what if I'm not on TikTok, so I didn't see Kay's live. I'm just relying on the show. I'm confused. I'm Drew with the with the face. I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. So I really do hope, and the production company has been with Roa forever, I think.
Since the beginning.
So I'm not sure why, so I'm not sure why the storyline isn't cohesive. And they need to get it together, because last season was the same too. I just didn't understand a lot of things that were happening. Kelly's storyline makes zero sense to me. The only storyline that was actually a little bit cohesive was Pinky, because I honestly think she was telling the truth about her bankruptcy and her marriage. But everybody else's, I'm like, I don't understand what's going on. I don't.
Okay. All right, lady.
But that's all I had to say.
Thank you for calling in.
All right, take care. Bye-bye.
You too. All right. Let's bring up Toya next. Toya, what did you want to share about Real Housewives of Atlanta's breaking news?
Hey, Kempire, how are you?
I'm well, how are you?
I'm good. Hopefully you can hear me. I am driving, so if the signal goes in and out, I apologize.
That's okay. Go ahead.
I wanted to say, K. Michelle, you do give Mean Girl. Like, you do give Mean Girl. I don't see Shamea going online and threatening people. She gives Mean Girl, and she actually is proving the other so-called Mean Girls right by saying who told Shamea not to befriend her, because look at this. And I thought it was interesting that she said, because of you, something to the effect of, because of you, I didn't get to know other girls, something like that. So now you trying to go back, like Portia said, you chose the wrong side. So we see that you're building your case next season to go back to the other side. And that's where you want to be, fine. But dang, girl. And my thing is, we still don't really know what caused this beef between her and Drew. And at the beginning of the season, she didn't like Phaedra until she found out that white people like Phaedra and know Phaedra. Like, you a little wishy-washy. You very wishy-washy. And we have seen you be very aggressive with people on Love and Hip Hop. You've never...
But also on this show...
physically what?
Also on this show with Drew.
So, right. And so I believe Shamea, but I don't know why Kelly was... Now, Kelly, are you trying to switch teams too, Kelly? Hey, Kelly real quiet. Kelly, are you not living in this lady's house in her rental properties?
No, she moved out. She only stayed there for 2 weeks.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, still though, like, that's a real friend to let you stay, because you ain't staying in my house. And I don't care what your sob story is. But, it's all interesting. But I think all of these ladies have a lion spirit in them. Some lie more than others. Some get caught quicker than others. But I feel like all these ladies, they shady. They something else. I need Candy to come back. I need Candy to come. Yes. I need her to agree to film with Phaedra and sit down and have a conversation. I hated the way Phaedra was trying to hold Pinky accountable. Like, ma'am, I think Pinky is being a little cavalier about it because people are making fun of her. It is a tool, and unfortunately, some people like the U.S. president have also used that same tool. Major corporations use that tool. Yes, unfortunately, people do risk their money, but the restaurant business is one of the riskiest businesses. So, but it's like you went so hard at Pinky when I don't think we've ever gotten a real apology for you and that rumor with Candy. So bring Candy back. let Candy film with, have a sit down one-on-one. If Giselle can have a sit down one-on-one with Monique, then Candy can have a sit down one-on-one with Patron.
Okay. But both parties have to want it, and Candy literally just said she doesn't want it.
Hey guys, it's Joe.
It's Kevin.
And this is Nick Jonas from Hey Jonas.
Do you remember growing up when it felt like every teacher had a favorite student?
Everybody knew who it was.
Well, I was homeschooled, so I like to think it was me.
A class of one. Congratulations.
But we're not here to talk about favorite students. We want to talk about a teacher's real favorite.
Kleenex tissues.
According to Teacher List, Kleenex is the #1 facial tissue brand trusted by teachers.
Kleenex Ultra Soft tissues are silky soft to help prevent skin irritation. And now you can take them anywhere with Kleenex Snap and Go.
Between dance, soccer, school events, and everything else kids have going on after school, Kleenex Snap and Go is easy to take along. It fits in backpacks, sports bags, or even in the car, so it's ready for whatever comes next. So do the best thing for your kids, and teachers, stock up on the ultimate classroom favorite. Maybe you'll even become the teacher's favorite parent.
We still haven't settled who would be the favorite in our school.
We haven't settled who the favorite brother is either.
For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
Oh, okay. Well, then, I guess.
Thanks, Toy, for calling in.
Thanks, Kempire. Have a good one.
You too. Thank you so much. Naturally Dope says, you are the best, never mean, and you got me through some tough days back when the pandemic was going on, and this was when you were recapping Sex and the City. Oh, and Just Like That spinoff. Thank you so much, Naturally Dope. Too bad that show went to wherever it went to. But thank you for that. I appreciate it. Guys, if you haven't already, be sure to like the video. We have a few members that are backstage that want to share their thoughts on this episode. Well, not this episode, the episodes of what's been happening online between these ladies of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. There's only one episode left to Real Housewives of Atlanta, and apparently they're going to start filming come September. You know what else is happening in September? The Kempire After Dark live show. Go get your tickets today. Ticket information will be available at KempireAfterDarkLive.com/NYC, or you can scan the QR code on your screen. Get your live stream tickets today. All right. Literally, it's like a month away, this live show. I gotta think about the things that I want to talk about, including Kate Michelle calling me mean. All right. But before we even get into that, we got some more bills to pay. All right. Before we get into some more callers, I'm going to play this video from our friends over at MyFitnessPal. Shout out to them for being one of our sponsors for today's live.
I want to be honest about something because I think a lot of you will relate. The hardest part of tracking your food isn't the discipline. It's the tedium. It's the fact that every single day you're logging the same stuff over and over. And eventually you're like, I don't have the energy for this today. I've been moving all week. You know, this is true for me. And that's the day you fall off. That's always the day it starts to unravel for me. Not because I stopped caring, but because logging my 4th identical breakfast, I'm a Taurus, you already know I'm eating the same thing over and over again. Eating the identical breakfast that week felt like a part-time job. And if you've ever tried to track your food and quietly given up around day 5, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So here's what I finally admitted to myself. I eat the same things constantly. I'm a creature of habit. Same breakfast most mornings. When I cook, I make a big batch and I'm eating it for days. You've seen it. I've gone live cooking. My diet isn't some elaborate rotating menu. And it's like 6 things I love on repeat. And once I accepted that, I realized I'd been making tracking way harder than it needed to be. I was logging the same meal from scratch every day, like it was a brand new information. And then I actually started using a feature on MyFitnessPal Premium called multi-day logging. And it's kind of changed everything for me because here's what it does. I log a food once and I can apply it multiple days at the same time, up to 7 days at once. So my go-to breakfast, I log it one time, send it across the whole week, done. That batch I cooked on Sunday, the stew chicken, that I know I'm eating Monday through Thursday, well, maybe Monday through Wednesday, one entry all 4 days instantly. What used to take me a few minutes every single morning now takes me about 10 seconds one time. And here's the part that actually matters because it's not a chore anymore. I actually keep doing it. The friction is gone and consistency is the entire ball game with this stuff. And that's the thing I really want you to hear. Everybody talks about motivation, but motivation is not what keeps you tracking on a Tuesday when you're exhausted and your kitchen's a mess, or you've been moving all week and you had a colonoscopy in the middle of the week. What keeps you going is when the thing is easy enough that you don't have to think about it. And that's what this did for me. And once the logging was effortless, everything else got clearer. I could actually see my protein, stay on my goals, and keep the whole picture in front of me, even during a completely chaotic stretch. Because I keep telling you, your nutrition is the foundation everything else runs on. Your energy, your sleep, your recovery, your performance. All of it starts there. But you can only stay on top of it if the tracking doesn't burn you out first. So if you've fallen off before because logging felt too much, this is the one that fixes that. It comes to about 19 cents a day for premium, which is kind of wild for something that's basically a nutritionist in your pocket. Go to podcast.myfitnesspal.com and use code KEMPIRE, all uppercase, for 15% off MyFitnessPal Premium. That's podcast.myfitnesspal.com, code KEMPIRE. Go take care of yourself now. Thanks, MyFitnessPal.
And we're back. Thank you guys so much for your patience with our sponsors. We appreciate their support. They help keep the lights on here at the studio, our makeshift studio. The studio is under construction for the next couple of weeks. All right, be sure to keep liking the video. I will drop the call link once we get to 500 likes. Mods, let me know if we've reached 500 likes yet in the live chat. I want to say thank you before we get to some of the rest of the callers. Thank you so much, Jess, for another super chat. Jess says, I think they're trying to run Shamea off the show, the women, because I've heard that production and the network actually likes Shamea, from what I've heard. Oh, wait, what did J.I. say? J.I. says, we know that the network watches you, Kempire, so let's make it clear. We do not want Candy back just to eat Chick-fil-A and sell bedroom toys. Sorry. Well, damn. Damn. Is that how you guys feel? Should we do a vote in the chat? Do you guys want to see Candy come back next season? Okay. All right, there's quite a few people backstage. Shout out to all of our members. So let's get to, I'm not putting on a timer, but guys, please do keep in mind, we do have a long line and I would like to get off of here by 6 p.m. I need to go meditate and wind down. It's been a busy day. GC is backstage. We're going to bring up GC next. GC, what did you want to share about all of this Real Housewives of Atlanta news?
Hello, Kempire. Can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. First of all, I'm going to try to do it really fast. No to Candy coming back. No, thank you. Claudia Jordan, her regrets of not joining Roa, I think, are peeping out with this whole thing with Portia, because I think that's where that's coming up. She seems to be auditioning. And no, Claudia, no, thank you. So as far as, I think production dropped the ball on this season. And it's because I don't think they didn't see a cohesive line of storyline, and somehow they just went and got crazy. The girls just decided they're going to produce their own show behind the scene with social media, and that's a no-no. And even Andy told K. Michelle to keep her commentary, on the show, not off screen. And I guess she didn't understand it, but she has to explain, because she's guilty. And also, Kay needs to see the lady again. If she's going to see the lady, she needs to do it again, because it is not taking. It really isn't taking. They need to flush out the storylines and flush out this bad blood. I don't want to see K. Michelle back on, to tell you the truth. She could be a friend of, but she wasn't ready for this. And she really made a mess of this. She can take Kelly with her. Yeah, take Kelly with you. Bye. Bye. Bye.
All right.
So that's it.
Thank you for calling in.
Love you.
Thank you. All right. We're going to bring up Angel next. Angel, what's going on?
Hey, Kempire. I hope you're feeling good. I just wanted to send you love, healing energy, and positivity with everything that's going on.
Thank you.
And I ordered a standard white t-shirt dress, and I can't wait to show you, because I'm getting access to some stuff.
Wait, when you say the standard, do you mean Kelly's standard or something else?
No, Angel standard. It says the standard on it. So, I'm short and sweet, but I will not look like Kelli ever. She has no style. And I'm taller than her, so she's only 4'10", and I'm 5 feet. So, no.
And for those that don't know what Angel's talking about, you may have missed it. We decided for those that are coming to the live show September 25th, the Kempire After Dark live show in New York City, the dress code is basic white tee, but make it fashion, style it up. Prove to Kelli this is the way you should wear a white tee. And if you're watching the live stream, I want you to do the same, but also send me the pictures so we can share them later. Sorry, Angel, go ahead.
Send them in. It's okay. So, what was I saying? So yeah. The reunion, this proves to me with all the social media mess that they're filming the reunions way too early and that they need to put them back where they used to be, and we need a new host because regardless of what the timing is for the reunion, Andy's not going to address the tip of the iceberg, and that's why this all spills over. And then as far as Miss K. Michelle goes, you are not me. The truth hurts and hit dogs holler. And that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to keep it short and sweet like me and unlike Kelli with her legs up in that oil spill shirt. I can't.
Hold on, I got to bring up the shirt. Where is it? Damn it. There we go. All right, we're going to bring up Nota Queen next. Nota Queen, what did you want to share?
Hey, Kempire, hey.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, kind Kempire?
Oh, thank you. I'm doing all right. Looking at the rain that's happening in New York right now.
Oh, yeah, it's raining over there, too. Keep knocking on my window. But anyway, first of all these women are mean girls, so I don't even know why we're having this conversation. It's the same as when we try to call everybody a liar. This person lied, that person. Y'all all liars and y'all all mean girls. It's just y'all have varying degrees of accepting your own reality. Some of y'all are cool with being the mean girl. Some of y'all try to pretend that you're not when you are. Just live in it, bask in it. You're all mean. I do want Candy back because she's been trying to get Shamea on this show for years, and I need her to answer for her crimes against humanity. So I want her back on the show. Explain it to us. What did you want her to do? Because is this what you've been advocating for, Candy? This? Foolishness. Absolutely not. Yeah, bring her back. Because we're all in the dungeon right now. Woo! And also, I saw a TikTok that made me think of you last night. It was about, she was basically saying Shamea needs to be Portia's enemy. Because with Portia, she's disengaging from Shamea, right? She's just cutting it off and act like it doesn't exist. Shamea can't handle that. So because she can't get the attention from Portia as her friend, she's trying to do it as her enemy. Like, it's not good enough to just be in mutual spaces and be cordial. She has to, escalate about how your mom's a what and all that other stuff. Yeah. She has to, even when people are talking about Shamea behind her back with Portia leaves. Shamea, she gets a little grinchy grin on her face and she's quick to lean into it. She wants to be Portia's enemy. And I think that's also why she let so much stuff slide over the years, because at the end of the day, if she and Portia are not talking, she's not in her vicinity. It's that codependency in Shamea that's causing a lot of this turmoil between them. Yeah, but that's all I had to say.
Okay. Thanks, Nota Queen. Bye. All right, DJ's backstage. DJ, what's going on? What did you want to share about all this Housewives of Atlanta news this week?
Hey, what's up, Kempire? I think two things can be true. Shamea is mean, but so is K. Michelle. And it's okay because that's what the show is for sometimes, hash out your differences, give us a good laugh. The thing that bothers me with Shamea's comments that I partly agree with K. Michelle, the colorism. I absolutely hate when the women on the Black franchise, unless, and please don't dog me in the comments, but I'm saying I have never seen a housewife openly commit what would be, colorist acts. People beef and stuff like that, but I don't think that there has been anything where, and especially on Potomac and Atlanta, where there's been, open acts of colorism. And I think it's to take that lightly and to just keep throwing it out every time you get in a disagreement with somebody is a problem. And I think Shamea, she should kind of address that. But K. Michelle, I have a problem with her too, because she went on The Breakfast Club and was defending Morgan Wallen, who was out calling the N-words and all of this stuff and saying, oh, well, he invited me to a party and all of this stuff. I can't stand that. You know, a Black person that excuses that type of behavior for their benefit, it's a word for it. And the animal has two, circles around their eyes. I just cannot stand that type of behavior. It's crazy. And lastly, as I've been saying since the beginning of the season, bye, Pinky. I don't know. She sat up there at that reunion. Because I can't stand her. I still can't. And I thought Phaedra, I was like, thank God Phaedra said something to her. Because I was pissed this whole season. Oh, she's like, oh, well, Trump got a bankruptcy. And we have been calling him a failed business person for the last 10 years plus. I mean, so it's just not something that she should just be like, yeah, I did it. And, acting so carelessly about. And so it is what it is. She'll be back. I appreciate it and your time.
Thanks, CJ.
See you.
One of the things I have to say, though, in regards to colorism can be covert, especially when you're ignorant to what it actually is. Because when we watch Potomac, there's definitely colorism on Potomac, and it has not been addressed properly. So I think that's important to note. Very much like how racism can be covert. But when we talk about colorism, we've talked about it endlessly before. I always have to remind us as a people what that's rooted in, and that's rooted in racism. So colorism was created in order to cause separation and division within the Black community. So we need to keep that in mind. But we're going to move on to Kayla. I did drop the call link for the general audience as well. Let me bring up Kayla next. Kayla, what do you want to share?
Hey, Kim, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Hello? Yes, I can hear you. So happy Friday Eve to you. I hope your day is going good. And I love the shades. I think you just need to keep wearing shades because you seem to get shadier and a little more fighting with your shades. So you keep doing you, babe. I think that it's weird how Kelli is now playing bingo with Kandi. It's weird. It's giving a weird alliance, but it's like her alliance with Claudia. And I say Claudia with a claw, obviously, because every time somebody says, I give Portia the benefit of the doubt, or I'm not a hater, I know you guys, that I feel like that's like foreshadowing in some sense. Like, no, that's exactly what it is. Because if you ever look at Blue and Dustin's faces, when Carlos gives these recaps, they be like, girl, can we please nurse? We're going to have to check her in with Nicki Minaj at this point. Because she may not be MAGA, but she's such a kook. No one cares. Nobody cares about your opinion, Claudia, because we have the understanding that that's your side, that's your disposition. And even when you do throw the girl a bone, it's like, okay, girl. She can't be objective. See, I watch Carlos a lot for Blue because I think she is really good at what she does. She is a really good wordsmith. And I don't say that to be terrible or anything. She gives a really good analysis. Even Dustin. But the boys always give a good analysis. It's that one season, one hit wonder who can't seem to get it together. She has bounced around. She is like Kelli, in a sense, bouncing around from show to show. Kelli bouncing around from house to house. Girl, get to home. Nene said, girl, let's go put your shoes and your coat on. Let's go find you a home. Let's go find you a stable job, honey. You don't know what you want to do. You can't even get along with the gays all the time. That's why you ain't not over there on TV. That's why you're over here on this podcast with Carlos, okay? And Carlos is everybody's friend. That's a friend to nobody, okay? But it's just weird. It's really weird. You know, you're my girl. This is my friend in real life. Anytime somebody has to tell you what that is, that's weird. That's weird and it's off. And no, you're not. It's okay to say, look, I'm not in my pockets. I'm doing my job. Okay, great. Y'all are all of a sudden journalists. You know what journalist is? Lauren LaRose on The Breakfast Club. That's a journalist. Everybody needs to stop saying they're a journalist. Now, it's cute when Portia said it because we know she's not a real journalist, but like, come on. It's giving too much. I just had to get it off my chest. And I think they do need to do some shakeups, but they won't. I don't know why they won't do any shakeups at all. But don't bring Claudia over here. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's like it might well be Love and Hip Hop at this point. Bring her over here. It might as well be. Because at least K. Michelle can shake a table and give a good read and get into her bag. I mean, the last 3 episodes of the season, sure. And the reunion, great. So she showed up for 6 episodes out of 22. Okay. But Claudia needs to take that briefcase. She needs to take that briefcase from Let's Make a Deal and make a deal somewhere else, girl. Extradite her somewhere.
Damn. All right. Thanks, Kayla, for calling in. She said extradite, Claudia. Extradite, Claudia. Lord have mercy. Okay. Let's bring up Lakia next. Lakia, what's going on? How are you? You're muted, Lakia. You're muted.
Amy.
Now I can.
Hey, here I am.
Hey, how are you?
Long time no see.
I know. Where you been?
I love you bunches. Oh, let me start. Let's start with, I'm sick of the DMV girls taking hits, bits, and lawsuits, boots, cooch. And now they talk about blickies, slickies, biggies. What's going on? Why is all the Baltimore girls taking losses? All of them are being tacky, terrible, being desperate, being delusional. Kelli walking around delusional. She need medicine. Because it's not. Kelli, you was not then here. You're not that there. Let's start there. Pinky, you wasn't that here. You're not that there. I'm sorry. I hope that if they do come back, once they come, well, we know they're coming back. Once they come back, I hope they can come back. And I want to see fun, because Ultimate Girls Trip is actually giving me fun. The fact that they're making me like Giselle and Lisa is hope for everything.
Fun with Vicky Gumbles? I can't hear you now, Lakia. What happened? Why did it sound good?
I like Giselle and Lisa made me feel bad. Baby Gorgeous made me feel bad.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Just made me feel bad. But can we approve that now Vicky is not going to be on our screens again? Because this Ultimate Girls Trip proves how awful person that she is. And thank you, Lisa, for saying when she talked about something, I'm out of it. And Lisa was like, no, you're in it.
I definitely think after this failed season of OC, Vicky might be done after the 20th. All right.
Yes.
Lakia, thank you so much for calling.
Thank you.
I got a line.
Thank you.
Bye. All right. We got Cynthia backstage. Not Cynthia Bailey, the other Cynthia, the one that beat up her sister. Cynthia, what's going on?
My nice Kempire. At least you told the truth. You're not mean, Kempire. You're very nice. I like people that tell the truth. Don't mind crazy, spicy Pisces, K. Michelle. That's no different from Tamar. You know what? You know what? Shamea is a weak Taurus. Like, Tauruses are strong. You know, they don't take any nonsense. She needs to get pointers from Candy. Like, Shamea, come on. Like, and honestly, Kempire, I cannot take another season of Shamea versus everybody else. You know, like, yeah, she's the weakest link. Yeah, she's corny, but come on, like, this is just becoming stupid and redundant at this point. K. Michelle is, huh?
It's not fun to watch.
It's not. It's really not. I just really miss the old Real Housewives of Atlanta, the old days. But yeah, I think that it's very clear that Andy doesn't want Nene back on the show. I mean, he's saying it without saying it. In my opinion, that's just me. And Kempire, that's it. And Claudia, I would like Claudia to come on, though, so she can go up against Portia.
I mean, we were talking about that on Patreon last night. I said that was the only thing that was sort of making me like, maybe she should come back. You see what says here? Oakland says, we are never forgetting that fact about you, Cynthia.
Oh, and Kempire, I don't like K. Michelle because he was talking about my boy, Shabuzi. You know, he's Igbo. He's Nigerian. Don't mess with us Nigerians.
I did see that. She was on the Breakfast Club. She said a lot about, she had glowing things to say about the man that used the N-word, but she had shady things to say about Shabuzi. My Taurus brother.
Your Taurus brother, Taurus males. Kempire, you're different.
He's also my Nigerian brother. I'm from the same tribe. I did my 23andMe.
Are you Igbo? I figured. Mm-hmm. Yep. It's a good thing. thing. It's a good thing. But I'm Igbo too. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. Yeah. You definitely give Igbo vibes. Thanks, Kempire.
Y'all tickle me, I swear. Guys, make sure you guys are following me on Patreon, because if I feel up to it later, I will go live and we can talk of some things. And maybe tomorrow we'll do our watch party. Later today, we'll do like a meeting. So we could talk about some of the things that we need to do with the Patreon. All right. I still have a few more people backstage. I know I was getting over here by 6, but I'm going to get to everybody. All right. Taya? Look, Taya.
It's Taya for show.
Taya for sure.
Yes. You'll get it one day. Hello. So I am calling in regards to Claudia's hating comments. Let's be honest. Let's call her queen of canceled shows. I mean, let's be honest. Every show she gets on gets canceled, so watch out. But after listening to what she was saying, why is she so invested? I think the issue between Portia and Claudia is that man. And maybe Claudia's trying to figure out why she can't get that man, because that man's been all over Portia for how many years, and she could still get him. So let's say I think the hate is coming from the man that Claudia can't get. And then another thing is she keeps hating so much on Portia. You're not going to get blessed. You're going to keep always having to look for jobs if you keep hating. So I really think it's the man that's the issue. She's saying that's what started her friendship, not being friends with Portia. And that's why she has so much, it's been so many years. Why are you so invested in Portia? I think that's a question that needs to be asked. And I did say earlier, I love the season of Atlanta Housewives. However, with Shamea, Kelli, and K. Michelle, I'm a little bit worried it's getting delusional. I don't want it to get too crazy. It really is getting crazy. And that thing you played about K. Michelle, I'm a little embarrassed.
For her?
That was embarrassing. So it's like, where is Atlanta headed? Because we really have a lot of goats on Atlanta Housewives. We got Cynthia, we got Marla, we got Nene, we got Portia. Do not bring corny Claudia back. She's too corny to be on the show. Let's be honest. Yes, can she go after Portia? Let's bring Marla back. She can go after Portia. But Claudia too desperate and corny to be on Housewives. I'm sorry. And that's really all I have to say. But thank you so much.
Thanks, Taya. Take care. You guys are on fire this evening. You are on fire. Okay, we're going to take these last couple of callers and then we're going to get out of here. If you haven't already, guys, be sure to check out all of our sponsors in the description. Shout out to those of you that have been checking out. You got your Lola blanket. You've been using your MyFitnessPal. Don't forget with the MyFitnessPal discount that you're getting with Kempire all uppercase. That's $68 for the year, $5.66 a month, 19 cents a day. Be sure to take advantage of all the really cool features, especially if you don't want to necessarily get a nutritionist. It's not replace of a nutritionist, but there's some really cool features that you can utilize. More information on that and our live show is available in the description. All right, let's bring up Jamarius. Jamarius, is that how you pronounce it?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. Hey, Kempire, my name's Jamarius, 25 from Atlanta, Libra. Okay. Okay. Well, I just want to say I haven't had a chance to call in this season because I work third shift, so I'm finally here. So I just want to say this season been good, like so good, and I'm just so happy that like all the engagements and stuff is just so up and good. We've been talking about Atlanta for like the past 3 months, so yeah, I'm just so happy about that. But with K. Michelle, I was a big K. Michelle fan, but she really let me down. Like, I was so disappointed. I thought she was going to come in and just, really shake up the game, but it was kind of a letdown. But the last 3 episodes, she kind of proved herself. Kelli, people hard on Kelli, but I'm coming around for Kelli because she can take the leaks and roll with it. So I like that. Shamea, the colors thing don't work in Atlanta because I'm from Atlanta, and like I just feel like the colors thing don't work because we done seen Kenya, Drew, Sheree, like we done seen all these girls come at so much and they never pulled it out. So I'm just not with that on Shamea. I like her, she a pretty girl, but I just think this show is not for her no more. With the Candy and the Mean Girl stuff, I love Candy down. Like, looking back, I think we judged Candy pretty harsh, but looking back, like, she really handled her business well on the show. So I like Candy and Portia and Claudia. At this point, it's like, I'm sorry. It's just like Claudia got. I love Claudia because I do feel like she give it to you raw and uncut, but I do feel like she got like a vendetta against Portia, and it's not good to watch. And then Kempire, I just want to say thank you for all you do. Like Kempire, you really a star. You are a star. My grandma loves you. We see you getting into it with the celebrities. We like Kempire is becoming a A-lister now. Like we love it. So just keep doing what you're doing. Keep giving us the cold basking lather. Grew my goatee. So I thank you for that. And right. And then also I just want to say donate y'all to the LGBT community because Batari is so high. Prep is so high. So just donate, y'all. I donated $50. Y'all can donate something. 10, 5, do something. But thank y'all, Kempire. And I'm going to be seated and keep feeding us this good content. But that's all I got to say. Thank you.
Thank you, Jamarius. Take care.
You
Bye.
Do you hear that? That sound, right? That means that summer's officially here. It means that grown adults just sprint into the street for a frozen dessert shaped like a cartoon. But this summer, Mint Mobile has a better treat. Every plan, including unlimited, is $15 a month. And unlike ice cream, it won't drip down your wrist or look nothing like the picture. Does anyone have any cash? Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan required. $15 per month equivalent. Taxes and fees extra. New customer offer for initial plan term only. Greater than 50 gigabytes may slow when network is busy. See terms.
Hey guys, it's Joe.
It's Kevin.
And this is Nick Jonas from Hey Jonas.
Do you remember growing up when it felt like every teacher had a favorite student?
Everybody knew who it was.
Well, I was homeschooled, so I like to think it was me.
A class of one. Congratulations.
But we're not here to talk about favorite students. We want to talk about a teacher's real favorite.
Kleenex tissues.
According to Teacher List, Kleenex is the #1 facial tissue brand trusted by teachers.
Kleenex Ultra Soft tissues are silky soft to help prevent skin irritation. And now you can take them anywhere with Kleenex Snap and Go.
Between dance, soccer, school events, and everything else kids have going on after school, Kleenex Snap and Go is easy to take along. It fits in backpacks, sports bags, or even in the car, so it's ready for whatever comes next. So do the best thing for your kids, and teachers stock up on the ultimate classroom favorite. Maybe you'll even become the teacher's favorite parent.
We still haven't settled who would be the favorite in our school.
We haven't settled who the favorite brother is either.
For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
See, Jamarius knew how to call in. Jamarius said his name, said his age, where he's from, and his astrological sign. I've been telling y'all to do that for forever, and y'all never do it. Y'all never do it. But he came in prepared. All right? Thanks, Jamarius. Next time I'm in Atlanta, you better come to a show. All right. Keith, what happened? You keep coming in and coming out. All right, Mel's backstage. We're going to bring Mel up next. Mel, what's going on?
Hey, Kempire, how you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. You know what? I think K. Michelle, I remember I called in a couple months ago talking about K. Michelle. I think K. Michelle would have a feud with a cactus plant. Because for me, you know what? Tamar is basically going through post-traumatic stress from her calling her a Muppet baby all those years ago. So the simple fact is, how K. Michelle is going to sit around and say that somebody's a mean girl, which if you look up mean girl in the dictionary, her picture would probably be right there with her original face. So I think that for me, K. Michelle is definitely not one to be out here throwing jabs. And she's confusing to me. She's giving me, I don't know, but I just think that her Shamea feud is weird. It's weird to me. And I agree with you. Because I love that you said this. Listen, I don't know if colorism is happening in Atlanta right now. I don't know. But you're right. I mean, listen, I like Karen, but when Wendy first got there, the behind the scenes was, I don't know about Wendy. I'm not sure where she fit in, but, with the green, it was given school days. It was given that sort of bugaboo thing that they talk about. So, we don't have to go into detail because, it's on, you can watch a Spike Lee film, but that's what it was given. It does give that. And Miami had issues with things too. So I think that you're right. On Bravo, we definitely have issues with different shows with colorism. I think in Atlanta, I'm not sure if that's happening there.
Well, can I just want to clarify something just in reference to the original question that was posed to Shamea. And I said back then when we covered the whole colorism conversation and when she was asked the question, she said colorism. I think she's talking more about the fan base, not necessarily the women on the show.
Well, now, so
the Bravo universe can be a little racist.
So you know what, and listen, that's why I love when you said that. So that's true, absolutely. On all shows, I would say, as a caller, yes, the beautiful Melanated and Wendy's and the Shameas and all the beautiful sisters that are a little more darker, they get dragged 300 times more for no reason. Absolutely no reason. That was why Candace was also having some difficulties online with some of the things that was going on with her a lot of times over there. So yeah, the beautiful, all the girls are beautiful, but the more darker skinned sisters, they get dragged by the fans, and that's nothing but colorism, absolutely, just for the color of their skin. But yeah, I think that what I was going to say. I enjoyed the Candy and Kelly little video. I thought, because you know what, she's not a clown. She's a cute little lady, but I think she's funny. She's funny, and I like her spirit. I like that she's not right a lot of the times, but she's not right. But I think that, I don't know, something about her I just like. I like how she just sits there and she doesn't take it too. She doesn't take it too deep. I mean, I guess because she. You know what I will say, and I'm gonna get off. What touched my heart this season with her storyline was that a lot of it could not be shown on the show with her children and the divorce, and there was some scariness there with how she was describing her ex. So I feel for her, and I hope that she wins. I really do, and she probably was going to do a lot. So what the girls were doing or saying, she wasn't taking too seriously, and I liked it. And so I don't know, but yeah, that's all. But anyway,
one quick question before you go. How do you feel about possibly Candy returning or Claudia?
Claudia, no, absolutely not. No, I don't like that. No, Claudia, I don't think so. But Candy, I you know what? I think that what the previous caller just said is true. I think that we were a little too hard on Candy, because sometimes callers would call in and say, "Oh, Candy's so boring," this, that. But then I was like you. I watched some of the past season. I'm like, wait a minute. She grieved a loss of a loved one. That was first. Then she had the beautiful Mama Joyce was on her tail a lot of times with a lot of her business. She had a marriage. The marriage didn't work out. She had children. She definitely gave a lot to the show when I look back on it. I think the last couple of seasons it was definitely muted. It wasn't really giving a lot of energy. But she's also powerful because she was going through a lot at the last season, but it wasn't on the show. Like, she was having lawsuits and all type of stuff. So, hopefully if she did come back and she was transparent and engaged, it would be fun. I wouldn't be opposed to it, but I like the ladies the way they are now. Angela, I know we ain't talking about her. She gets on my nerve. I will say that. I have to say Angela gets on my nerve because she buttoned in too much for me at the reunion. I don't like it. I think she need to wait her turn because, wait her turn and leave her nose.
But you can't wait your turn when you're doing a reunion. You have to, everyone's got to have their claws out.
I know, but you know what? She got her claws
for your next season.
She had her claws out the whole season. Like, I'm like, come on, lady, come on. She just, I don't know.
Mel, though, let's be honest. Some of the best shady moments were from Angela this season.
Yeah, I mean, she seems too prepared for me. I would say that. She seems a little
I've heard that before. A lot of people have been saying that.
She's like, you know what I would say? She reminds me a little bit of Giselle or some people where they research their cast very well. So when they get to a scene, they have all their cards together for what they're going to say. I don't know.
In all fairness, though, I can quote multiple Angela lines just from 2 seasons of Angela. I can't quote a Giselle.
No, listen, I don't like Giselle.
Only thing I can quote is Cheetah, Pumpkin Eater. That's it, but that's not really hers.
Yeah, no, I think that, no, you're right. I think that the only thing I would say is that Giselle researches. I think she researches, obviously, when she's like, I heard on the street. And I think Angela's also, she's a researcher. She researches the people too much. That's annoying, and I don't know. But, it is what it is. But listen, I'm sending you good vibes on a rainy day here, too, for me.
Yeah, it's pouring right now. I know you're in New York. It's pouring.
And they say, it might be flooding, and I'm done. I did my shopping. I'm ready, so.
Stay safe. Thanks, Mel. Always nice to hear from you.
Okay, you too.
Bye. Keith has been waiting so patiently backstage. We got a lot of people coming in from that have called in from for.
Hello, KEMPIRE.
Yes, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't hear you. But I'm gonna make it pretty simple and quick. Anyways, I just wanted to say the issue with Kim Michelle that she really wants to be a white girl. I'm gonna just say I really do think she just want to be a white girl. I don't know why, but I'm still contemplating in my mind when she was mentioning Phaedra, knowing all the white women. And then when she went on the reunion and said, Mr. Andy, maybe it's just me, but that ticked me off a little bit. I don't know. It was just something about it that made me feel a little uncomfortable. But speaking of that, I want to say, I saw a clip from Ultimate Girls Trip with the all-white party that Cal has. And I felt like this for a few years, but there's just something about this party. I don't know. I could just be overthinking it, but there's something about a whole bunch of white people having an all-white party that also doesn't sit right with me. I don't know if I just watched a movie and maybe I'm just feeling the type of way, but I don't know. It's kind of No, I'm not going to say, but it just seemed very weird. I'll leave it at that. But yeah, that's about it. Oh, and one last thing. If you or anyone you know is going through psychosis, K. Michelle, dial 1-800-HELP. I repeat, that's 1-800-HELP. But that's about it.
Bye, the cat. What? Hold on. Go, Miss Esquire, Coco Esquire, 1 second. I just can't. I can't get over what Keith just said. Not the all-white party. I know what it was given. I think we all can read between the lines what it was given. All right. Last but definitely not least, we're going to bring up Coco Esquire to round out our conversation. If you're just joining us, we've been talking about the Real Housewives of Atlanta and all of the hot topics that have come up between yesterday and today. If you missed any of our last couple of videos, we talked about the Claudia situation. We talked about K. Michelle calling me mean, but then addressing the Kandi situation. Those are two separate short form videos, so be sure to check those out. If you missed it, mods, if we can just post the links in the live chat. If you're watching the replay, be sure to like the video, share the video, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Coco Esquire, where have you been, first of all?
Now, these people have been working me.
Me too. They've been working me here.
Working my real legal job. Yeah, so I've been listening on the replay. So I have been a member of the replay crew, but missing being able to talk to you and the friends. And I wanted to chime in because I've been following the bankruptcy of it all and just surprised at Phaedra's remarks on the couch on Sunday. I found them to be disingenuous considering she is an attorney. So, and you would have talked about this a bit, but the notion of a bankruptcy is not a moral failure on anybody's part. And so part of what we have with the United States Constitution is a fairer and more just program, because in the old country, you would go to debtor's prison and you'd be incapacitated economically for the remainder of your life trying to get under these people's debt. And so in order to have an economically flourishing society, the Constitution lays out a way to deal with debts. And bankruptcy is a function of that. And, you know, as Pinky points out, it's commonly a tool. And I thought Pinky did a phenomenal job articulating it, which made me think she'd been coached as to, you know, how to explain it. And she also was able to touch upon, you know, the difference between the type of capital she accessed. Like, let's just face it. This is not somebody calling me up and saying, can you give me $20,000? First of all, though I may have it, if I give it to you, it is going to harm me because I won't have it in savings. And that's different than the game that true capitalists play in this country with private equity, where this debt don't really, it's somewhat like a fiction. It doesn't impact them in the same way it may.
Thank you for saying that, because so many people in the comment section after our last video was like, no, Kempire, this does affect the people. No, and she explained it in the Peacock version a little bit more in regards to everything that she received in regards to the funding. She used it for those things. So it's not like this is money that's owed to them. They're not creditors in this bankruptcy.
She did a great job explaining that. And the reason that she kept touching upon the part of, you know, what I did with this money was exactly what was intended to do, is because she's still going through the process.
Yeah.
And some people do use this process to perpetrate a fraud. You know, we saw that on Jersey, right? With the Judices, right? And there are consequences to that. And so she has to be very careful, because the trustee and anybody else who's helping to move her matter through the U.S. bankruptcy courts is likely paying attention. And so I think that what's happening from Phaedra she wasn't being for real, or she's just clueless. And I do not believe Phaedra to be clueless. She was messing with Pinky. They want her to crack, and she doesn't want to give that to them. Yeah. You know, bankruptcy is a solution to a legitimate economic issue, and it's used by people every single day. It's not a moral failure. And, you know, I just really wish that more people of color, and Black folks in particular, could avail themselves of these systems. But what happens, to speak about colorism, is the broader society makes everything a moral failure for us, and we take it as such because we're oppressed and we're never really able to avail ourselves of true citizenship rights.
Yeah. Wow.
So we miss out. We miss out, and they want us to miss out because pity you for trying to pay off some stuff you can't pay off, making $20 an hour. So you can't even do anything else with your time but try to pay these people. Like the Donald Trump of it all, and I know you've talked about this, but he is an example of a person that listens to lawyers and pushes it to the max with respect to his legal rights. Like him or not, he just does. And we all have an opportunity to do that. And then, so that's what I wanted to talk about bankruptcy, because I thought that was missing.
Yeah.
And then I think, hey, Michelle, though, she's my soror and we both went to FAMU. I agree with everything the last caller said. She is just a disappointment. The idea that she'd say, you know, playing colorism is a deadly card. Like, girl, are you for real right now?
No.
I'm picking up on the coded language, and it's very disappointing to hear that from her. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say, Kemp.
No, I love what you had to say. I'm glad you were our last caller because I think it's important. I'm going to have to clip this so people, because again, this conversation, for me, it's not even about Pinky. It's educating us as a community to understand exactly what you just said in regards to bankruptcy, because we've been taught, oh, you got to pay off all your credit cards. You got to do this. You have to, we have to change our understanding when it comes to financial literacy.
Correct.
Oh, I lost you. Did you put on your earphones?
You can't hear me?
Now I can.
Yeah, that doesn't mean just run up all your debt on pocketbooks and then go run the bankruptcy court. That just means, like, sometimes you people get themselves in a bind, and especially in the context of doing business. And this is something that should not reflect on a person morally. And I agreed with
literally her CFO was convicted.
Yeah.
So of stealing money.
Yeah. And, you know, one last thing, this is very similar to that other woman in Uncle Nearest, in that, you know, they're just responding to it a bit differently. And I'm concerned, you know, the Uncle Nearest situation is a bit more complicated, and I haven't been following it as much, but I'm concerned that people turn their nose up at Pinky's situation because of what's happening in the Uncle Nearest of it all.
Yeah.
Which may not be as truthful as we once thought. Yeah.
All right.
Anyway.
Coco Escobar for calling. Thank you for calling in.
Yeah, I miss y'all. Y'all have a good one.
You too. Take care.
Bye.
All right. Y'all, it is pouring here in New York City. I'm trying to keep my cool, but I got big windows and I'm like, I can't see anything. I mean, I can see like the buildings in front of me, but I can't see further out like I normally can. It's a situation. So I'm going to get off of here. I mean, there is no lightning and thunder, thankfully, but a little concerned. Okay. Anyway, if you are in the storm's path, be safe, everyone. And thank you to everyone that called in. Thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to our King's Guards. Thank you to everyone that sent in super chats. We had a couple more super chats. I want to say thank you. I didn't forget about you guys. P. Minx, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, speaking of colorism and racism, Kempire, did you hear about the Cambridge professor Jason Arday's case? It's okay if you haven't or are not interested. I wanted to hear your take on it. I have heard about it. I've actually followed me on Instagram. I have reposted a couple of different just points in regards to it. Just I can't get into the depth of some of the things, but he was accused of plagiarism, but he was hounded by the British media, unlike his counterparts that had similar accusations that worked for the same university. He was like the youngest professor of Cambridge University. So I have heard about it. We haven't talked about it here. It's very disappointing because now we lost a life because of the incredible scrutiny this Black man receives. But thank you so much for bringing it up here. April, I saved your comment. She says, you had Anthony from LA who'd introduce himself like that all the time. You're right. Shout out to Anthony. But Anthony was like one of how many hundreds of you that call in? Jamarius, thank you so much for calling in again. And thank you for the super chat. Says, I just want to say I love this community. I will be back. It's always good vibes. Thanks so much, Jamarius. To you and your grandma that loves the channel as well. Noda Queen, thank you for the super chat and for calling in earlier. Noda Queen says, I think Phaedra was referring to the optics of Pinky's attitude towards it, saying you'll wipe your butt with $20K while filing bankruptcy. It looks crazy to past and future investors. Do it with tact. I agree. And even Portia was trying to explain that as well during the reunion, where she was saying it's not that we are looking down on you for filing for bankruptcy. It's just your approach. You're telling Angela, I'll buy all your foreclosed homes. It was her cockiness about it. But it also led to a larger conversation because there have been people that have been criticizing her for using bankruptcy. All right. I think that was all the super chats. Thank you guys so much for the super chats. And thank you to everyone that has liked the video. If you haven't already, or if you're watching the replay, be sure to like the video. Be sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed because you're missing out. You're relying on the algorithm to show you my videos. No, make sure your notifications are on. Make sure you're following us on Patreon. That rhymes. Who knew? Make sure you follow us on Patreon, patreon.com/The Kempire. And don't forget, you can also hear us on the Kempire podcast. So subscribe today to that as well. Shout out to our King's Guard. Shout out to our channel members. Shout out to our subscribers and to our new subscribers. If you're a new subscriber, be sure to let us know. If you're a new subscriber, we appreciate your support. Welcome to our growing community. Remember, the Kempire After Dark Live Show returns to New York City September 25th at the Green Room 42. In-person tickets are available. Meet and greet tickets are available, but live stream tickets are available as well. Keep the show for 1 week after. So get your tickets today. Ticket information will be available in the description. And don't forget, the mandatory uniform for the show will be dress up your t-shirt, your white t-shirt, in honor of Kelli, formerly Pharrell, now Potter. Okay? I will see you all on September 25th, but I'll see you guys maybe tonight on Patreon. I got to go eat something, maybe. All right. I'll see you guys later. Thank you all for being here. Bye, y'all. Thanks for tuning in to Kempire, the king of pop culture. Don't forget to give us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. And for everything Kempire, head on over to thekempire.com.